I'm Jamie Grant from Mattal, Alabama, and this is my story. Like my first accident in 2002 rather, I was traveling home, got hit on twice, got thrown out the back windshield. And still at the wreck, I recover, and 3 weeks later I'm playing softball. So it's not like it affected me spiritually. It hurt me, physically. Didn't really bother me a whole lot, because I'm back at the softball field hanging out with all the guys and moving right along like nothing. And in 2007, I get ready to go to Afghanistan. So I get to Afghanistan, what do I need? I need God when I'm there, right? Because I'm deployed. So I'm a little closer to God. We're going to our first fire base. What happens? 5 RPGs hit us. I'm in the fight of my life. For the next 2.5, 3 hours, I'm alone. I'm scared. Nobody, there's 4 of us guys together. So we recover for 2 weeks. For the next 6 months, I'm in 20 plus firefights. From 30 minutes to 8 hours long. Bullets hitting all around. So you don't think I was needing God then? Absolutely. And when God writes your story, when God writes your path, it's either your day or it's not your day to die. And ain't nothing gonna change that. Because RPGs hit the truck in front of me and went through the windshield. RPGs hit the truck behind me and flipped it over. And I was hit with 5 RPGs and not one came through the door, when it could have very easily came through. So after 6 months, we get back to the United States. You think I needed God back home? Nah, back to life as usual. Everything's going good. Go to church on Sundays. Rest of the week, eating buffets, hanging out, just rocking right along. Life is good. I've been down, like I said, I've been on dirt roads, been on back roads, I've been on the Autobahn. So I've lived good, and I've forgotten, don't say forgotten about God, but I hadn't always been in God's will. And people who have known me will see that, and will see, oh well, he hasn't always lived for God. And obviously this last wreck, 18-wheeler on my side door. Here we go. As soon as the accident happened, while I was still in the car, I know Randy received a phone call, other pastors received a phone call, and they all started praying. So without a doubt, I was being healed inside the car. God took over the scene, and God started healing me in the car. I would say thousands of people knew within 30 minutes that I was injured in a car wreck, and some even thought that I had died. And so my family was notified, my wife, my father, they got on the scene. My uncle was actually on the scene and pulled me out. My uncle never took his hands off of me. If God put certain people on the scene to ensure that I was extracted from the vehicle properly. They found that both sides of my pelvis was fractured, and then fractured in the middle. Approximately 15 ribs were broken. Both sides of my clavicle, my shoulders were broken, and I don't know how many places. And my C1 and C5 was fractured. So I spent 6 days in the hospital, and then I go home. And then we don't have a ramp at the wheelchair, so I have to call my friends. They have to lift me up onto a porch to get me my wheelchair inside the house. I've had guns strapped around me. I don't need anybody for anything. And God says you need everybody for everything. So I need my wife to put me in the shower. I need my son to roll me down a ramp and put me in a car so my mom can drive me to a baseball game, because I can't do anything. I'm humbled. So she puts me in the shower one night, and I'm sitting there. And it takes every ounce of energy. I'm breathing hard just to go from a wheelchair to a shower. You'd think I'd ran 20 miles. I'm breathing so hard because it takes every ounce of energy. So the water turns on, and the water's just hitting me in the head, driven to my feet. Every fiber of my body hurts. It burns. So I'm sitting there. My God, this has done it. I can't take any more. I've surrendered. This one, all I've been through, all that I've done, this one broke me. God's in control. There's nothing that we can do to change that. And God's shown me that. And so I've relinquished everything. Every day I just want to be better than I was yesterday. So just that sense of just wanting to help others. So it's not about me. This is Jamie's story about God and how He's worked in me.